friends, welcome to the Devlog for hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. We're gonna start off as always with a quick sound check. Make sure your speakers aren't up too high. Wonderful. So what have we got for you this week? Well, I have been futzing with a whole bunch of different stuff. As any of you who saw my my little YouTube notification last week, I was sick for a while, and I'm still kind of getting over it, still dealing with some fatigue and focus issues. And so I've been trying to get myself back into the sort of speed of things by working on a bunch of little stuff, and I thought I would show you a couple of those things today. So the first thing is that we have got a whole bunch more Sosig outfits and sort of Sosig enemy types that are going to be coming in future content. And so I will pull up one of the ones that I have been testing. This is sort of a catch-all outfit config that just spawns, oh my goodness, just so many different pieces of clothing. But if I spawn a whole bunch of these, this is what the sort of new category of civvy Sosigs. Bright and colorful. There we go. Get a whole bunch of them here. There's tons of new types of glasses, all sorts of sports jerseys for various euphemistic and fictional teams, some athletic wear, some blouses. Yeah, just a whole bunch of variations on fun clothing. Let's. Ooh. Meant to hit delete all, not explode all. That's definitely a more disturbing way to clear them all. Okay, ooh, that one got my favorite hat. There we go. Oh, there we go. We got couple of the tracksuit tops to spawn. Okay, here we go. There's some business clothing that's coming with some of them. What else do we got here? Oh, nice athletic shades. Tracksuit tops. I've actually got the whole tracksuit set, but is not set up to spawn with these. That looks super great. So yeah, and then more excitingly to those, let's boom! Both disturbing and awesome. I need to use that button more. And then the other one, well, those of you who've seen me teasing this for a while in the subreddit and on my Twitter won't be surprised by this, but the next Take and Hold character that is almost complete is inspired by Escape from Tarkov, and so I thought I would show you some of the fun little guys. So we've got Scavengers, which we can see here. Oh, look at that one. That one's ready to scavenge there with its giant backpack. Why is it just oh, there we go. I wanted the other hat types. There we go. Awesome. So with different sorts of weapon configs and such, looking handsome. These come with a whole new set of Sosa Guns. Let's see, did anyone spawn with the new pistol? Do I have that not? I must not have that assigned yet. No, blast it. I'll have to fix that. Well, there is a Makarov Sosa Gun. Haha! Boom! Oh, it gets grosser each time. But we've also got, let's see here. Spawn it. There we go. We got a Sosa Gun version of the TAWs here. Nice and diminutive. Wonderful. And we've got, let's see what else. Here, let's pop open one of our PMCs here. Looking sweet. PMC SMG. Come on, spawn with it. On with it. You know what? I think only the... Oh, does the sweaty PMC spawn with it? Let's see here. This is the problem with randomization. Huh, it is not? There we go. We got a Sosa Gun version of the Mark 47 Mutant. And as many of you would probably hope, let's go ahead and explode these again. Haha! Boom! We'll keep you there. Go back to spawning one. We'll spawn one activated. I have, in fact, given these all a wonderfully custom sound set. Oh wow, we need to. Can we delete all this? Those should auto delete. Let's just come over here. Let's watch him walk around. Oh, I'm sorry. I
could get better at this, but guess 23 is cheap, well, and who has time?
I know, right? Oh, his head blew up a little too fast to say a funny dying line. I was trying to do the, oh man, trying to do a QE wobble in real life when you've got a bad back. Not so good.
Ow!
Really? No death line? Come on. I'm trying to show the people at home. It's getting more macabre each time. Oops. Huh?
Oh, I am terrible at this.
Me too. Me too. So yeah, so the Taken Hold character will be built around sort of multiple factions that'll will actually fight each other during it, and then there will be scav bosses at the end, which you can see there are 5 names here, based on various Russian foods. First one there is Kotleta, our melee scav boss. He is a meanie. Oh. Head still explodes pretty well to this, though. Might need to tune that a bit. But they can actually soak a fair amount of pistol caliber stuff. I think it's just their integrity that is being blasted down a little too fast. But yeah, so that is that will be coming when in the next content release. I don't know yet when that is. I'm tuning and changing a whole bunch of stuff all at once, which means I'm breaking systems and putting them back together, as you do. One other little thing that I wanted to... Oh, did not mean to do that. Sorry. Oh, wait. I can't grab you. Sorry. Come on. It's harder to do when boss. So, as I was attempting to demonstrate a long requested feature of the spectator cam has been for the rail cam to be reorientable. Yeah, that's the word. So that it doesn't just, a lot of folks, obviously this blocks our sight picture, which is non-ideal. So now you can actually put the rail cam on the side. Let's enable our cam view. Spawned object. There we go. So now as sorry if this is dizzy, but as I click over this with my controller, we can cycle different views with it. So here we actually have the camera on the left side of the gun. With a little bit of angular smooth. Here it is with the angular smooth turned up. Makes for a really cool view, honestly. So, and this is part of, here, let's reorient this. We can put it even on the underside of the gun, although in this case, our little, oh, almost there. There we go. Yep, we're getting this little bit clipping in and out of existence. We could actually put it all the way back here. Swap our mag. So yeah, so now it should be easier for those of you who like to make videos with such things. Let's go back to default so that I don't make anyone more nauseous. But yeah, and in the process, this is the way the old panel looks. I have a new panel that isn't that errors when I run at the moment, so I was not able to show it off today. But basically, the whole spectator panel is getting a huge facelift. It is being broken down into a couple separate sections, so that sort of Sosig groups and what sort of template you want to use to determine your appearance will have its own page. And part of that is you're going to be able to pick just part of each of these for the 4 different links of your body, so you can really customize how you look. And then in terms of the actual camera modes, there's going to be a couple new options and there's going to be a couple new modes, so you'll have even more control over that. For folks who like to film, there's even, I'm going to make it so that the Sosig view can actually sort of communicate with the scene as a whole and automatically assign itself to the latest Sosig that has spawned. So if you want to have a pure enemy cam view for Taken Hold, that will that will work. I still have to get it I have to make that make sense with the take phase, but at least with the hold phase, I think it will provide a pretty cool view. So yeah, so those are just the little things that I have ready to show. I know it's not much, but most of the things that I'm working on are kind of, they're in between states. Let me go ahead and jump out of VR. Yo! So yeah, as I said, it's not a whole ton to show off this week. I've got, as I said, I'm in the process of restructuring a bunch of the internal sort of data structures and templates for how Sosigs are sort of outfits are sort of organized inside the game. Right now, they're completely dependent upon the Sosig enemy profiles for that spectator panel and for some other functionality in the game, which is a little sub-ideal because it means that I have to define something that is a combatant as such to be able to create a profile. And I wanna just be able to separate those outfit definitions just for organizational reasons, which is like a whole bunch of really dumb code I have to change, and I have to do it really carefully so that, you know, I know there might be a few modding related things that might need to have to be adjusted for it, but I'm trying to step around those as much as possible. Beyond that, there are, let's see, the Sosig stuff, the spectator stuff, and there's a couple AI tweaks that I'm not doing the work right now, but I'm laying the groundwork for it. As you might have guessed, with making all of these more sort of civilian-looking Sosigs, I want the sort of last major change that I want to make, other than having them walk through doors, due to the Sosig AI, is have an internal state machine selection that makes a little more sense for a non-combatant Sosig. Because right now, basically, the closest thing to a civilian Sosig that exists in H3 systems is either one that exists with its perceptual systems basically pulled into zero range. So they are technically a combatant, but they never receive any message that could aggro them. But that also means that they don't really respond to the environment at all in interesting ways. Or they can be a Sosig that with no ability to pick up weaponry, and so they basically just get locked in a permanent panic state, which isn't interesting because they never de-aggro and they never sort of walk from place to place except as a combatant. So yeah, so I'd like to make it so that a Sosig can essentially be a sort of a neutral agent that doesn't try to attack, can still go into a sort of elevated state where they run around and they panic and they try to take cover and they try to get away from wherever combat might be occurring, but then there's some sort of mechanism for them to de-aggro and then sort of just return to walking around and doing whatever they were doing beforehand, because I think that'll just make them significantly more interesting agents to have in a mixed space. So that and the doors are essentially my last Sosig research projects before I can put that sort of rat's nest to bed. So, but yeah. So anywho, I hope you folks all have yourselves a wonderful weekend. I'm gonna continue to try to fully get better from getting sick and actually like really get back on track in terms of getting things done in a more ordered fashion, with the goal of very soon shipping another content update that has our new Take and Hold character, has a whole bunch of new Sosa Guns, outfits, and some other fun stuff. So I wish you the best. Peace.